Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Strange StarCraft. Wait, what? That's not even a show that I do. But we've got two of the strangest players from the ladder, and two players who are actually going to be competing in an upcoming tournament that I've organized called the Outsiders, and I've picked them because they are some of the biggest freaks in the Grandmaster League. Down in the bottom left, representing his own clan, Ukko SC, this is in fact Ukko himself. A man who has about 27 different accounts in Grandmaster on the North American ladder. He's hogging all of the spots. His opponent in the top right, this is none other than Rocker, who for some reason is playing on his Recore account. He also is a man of many different aliases, and these are two of the cheekiest, cheesiest bastards out there. Ukko is kind of weird because he's not always directly cheesy, but I always kind of try to describe him as a player who has Raynor's mechanics combined with the brain of maybe, I don't know, a slug? A slug might be too much. Maybe like a single-celled organism. Like, Ukko's decision-making, well, not even just decision-making. His decision-making's all right, but his build orders are so poorly optimized. But by golly, is he fast. He can spread creep like mad. He can multitask like all hell. Ukko is like legitimately one of the best mechanical players, I think, on the North American ladder. But his builds are so confusing, and he plays really weird. That being said, his opponent plays even weirder. This is Rocker, guys. Rocker is a guy who loves Nexus first into the Forge, and he's going to do a cannon rush if he can get away with it, especially seeing that Ukko's gone for a hatchery first. So this is a mixture of extreme greed and also very committed aggression. And, oh, this map, it looks like this is a 3-pylon wall-off. Ooh, I knew there'd be some nasty cannon spots on these maps. So look at that. Ukko's like, nope, take it, dude. I'll just go take my third, that's fine. And he's going to cancel this just before it finishes. So a nice calm response. This isn't his first rodeo. Oh, Ukko lets it finish. That's interesting. Okay, so he's like, yeah, make sure that you're putting your investment here. If you're doing that, you're not able to probe at the same time. You're not able to afford both of these gases. And all this does delay Rocker from that economic transition. So Rocker here, he's got to confirm the kill. So he gets a third cannon down. And he goes up into the main, and he is going to force the Roach Warren out of Ukko as well. So it's going to be cool to see how this matches up. Now, like I was saying before, already we've got a cannon rush and some other stuff. It looks like it's just going to be 3 cannons, get the snipe on this, and then back out of it. That's how Rocker likes to do it. As I said, guys, I've got a tournament I'm organizing called the Outsiders as part of my Pig Fest, which is going to be held well, probably by the time this is on YouTube, we're probably in the midst of doing it, since I start it tomorrow. After I'm recording this the day before we start Pig Fest, which is a week-long subathon style event, all wrapped around a pro tournament, but also mixing in a bunch of show matches where we get high-level players to just do crazy stuff. And this Outsiders tournament I'm organizing is one of my favorite bits. Oh, did you see that? He saw the Reddit point drone there, and the probe intercepted it and got a kill. Oh, Rocky, you cheeky bugger. He just got a kill with that probe. So I've got 8 players that are playing in it, and you guys who are watching this on YouTube, just stay tuned. There's going to be so many videos of all these players, because I'm not going to be able to cast all the games live, but we've got like so many of these new players where it's not quite smooth brain play, because these are all players, many who make it into Challenger League or into the group stage of DreamHack Masters, many of them regularly taking maps and series off top pro gamers. So it's kind of cool to see these guys who play such a unique brand of StarCraft. And I got to tell you guys, I've talked about Ukko a bit. I've said, oh, Rocker, you know, Rocker is a mind screw to play against, guys. He's so dangerous. Because, like I said, extreme greed, extreme aggression. A lot of cheeses can only do one side of it. Rocker is one of the dirtiest cheeses in the game. He can go completely all in. But once he thinks that you know that's coming and you're trying to prepare for it, he will just drop a third base. He often against me, because he knows I won't go for the roaches or the gas against his cannon rush, he'll drop his third base at like 3 minutes and just be like, yeah. And if you don't rush Zerglings over there immediately, if you don't spot it, which often you don't, because why would a Protoss have a third? He just gets way ahead. And he's the kind of guy who will swap into 2 Stargate Void Ray, force you to build anti-air, and then swap into mass ground. And he's always taking corner bases. He's always hiding probes to proxy structures, proxy gateways. And he's so fluid at swapping between all these different paths. He's like, am I massing air? And if you're like, well, that's fine, I'll do a Queen Hydra push. And he always somehow knows and has disruptors ready, right? You know, you're like, okay, all right, I'll Nidus Worm him. He always blocks you from getting the Nidus up. You're like, okay, well, I guess I just macro up. Bam, 100 Zealots. Where did they come from? I thought he was building Void Rays off 2 Stargates. So Rocker basically takes that Protoss flexibility to the absolute max. But in this game, it seems like he's playing a little more conservative. I think a bit of respect for the fact that Ukko and him have played so many games. I believe they're friends as well, but they're definitely regular combatants on the NA ladder playing against each other. And you can see Ukko, look, yeah, he's looking everywhere for corner bases, for quick expansions. Little does Rocker realize he actually could have just taken a third. He would have gotten away with it. He takes it there, and Zerg like immediately spots it. Oh, that's a real bummer. So Rocker's base gets spotted, and link speed's just kicked in as well. And the Queen plus the Ravagers will push back that Void Ray for now, but there's more where that came from. 2 Chads does beat 2 Queens. Of course, you add a Transfuse in there or a Bile hitting or a 3rd Queen. It can potentially turn things around. There's only 4 Queens in total, though. Oh, he's trying to secure his 4th base. Those Void Rays, though, they could come in and cause some damage, that's for sure. Queen's way far off creep right now. Trying to secure the 4th hatchery, but Queen's off creep is dangerous. I mean, if he sees that, ooh, this is kind of weird. I feel like Rocker can just go left here. He picks off 1 Queen, and we'll pull back a worthwhile snipe. And he's got 2 cannons up as well. I guess that's the other thing I didn't mention. Okay, so when you're playing Rocker, in any matchup, this matchup especially, if he thinks you're going all in, or if he thinks you're going to be trying to kill him at any point, he will build more static defense than you've ever imagined. You guys know how Florencio likes to build like, oh, I've got a cannon and a battery here, and you break through, and there's 2 more cannons and a battery, and then another cannon and a battery. That is exactly what happens. If you go too focused on trying to kill Rocker and not kind of developing your army, your economy, your tech, you think you've broken him. The number of times I think I've broken him, and then I find there's another layer of cannons and batteries, and another layer, and another layer. It's so bloody annoying. Ooh, nice biles from Ukko. He actually gets a Void Ray snipe there. Has lost 3 Queens, though. And I think he loses the 4th base as well. Yeah, Ukko's just going to give it up. He's like, no, pull back. Look, I might lose the fight. If I lose the fight with the Queens, I'm pretty screwed. So he's trying to go Hydra Den right now. Rocker's, though, not actually progressing his economy. He's kind of scared to transfer workers, guys. And he's going to go Fuck Veins. He's going to get the Fuck Veins on the on the Void Rays. Sorry, it's Flux Veins, I believe is the technical wording. So he's going to go for Flux Veins. That's a massive move speed boost. And he's going to go mass Void Ray. Meanwhile, Aspire on the way for Ukko, as well as double Evo Chamber. Ukko up to 70 workers, but the lack of a 4th means he can't really get ahead significantly on the income. A Queen goes down again, another great snipe there, and that's going to become even more annoying when those upgrades do kick in. And you know what, guys? I actually can't hover over these bars. Give me one moment. We're going to very quickly fix that. Actually, it doesn't matter. It adds suspense. I like seeing the number of seconds. I don't know why. I think it's just because I forget the actual numbers involved in StarCraft, despite playing it for 11 years, because I have brain mold. Guys, it turns out this is a condition my doctor told me about the other day. If you do play video games and talk about them literally for 11 years straight without moving from your computer chair, you can get a thing called brain mold, and it does it limits your abilities a little bit. Oh my god, this is so annoying. The Ravagers, maybe with Biles? Okay, the Biles and some Hydras pop just in time. But he's got to leave more units on the right. Oh, he's pulling everything up here. Big mistake from Ukko. Notice he's pulling everything into the main, which I guess he kind of needs to do. Oh, the Void Rays! Okay, the Bile's scaring them back. I think the Hydras have done it. I think the Hydras have held it back. He's got move speed there. He's kept some Queens on the low ground. Ukko's defended the Void Rays for now. 1 Void Ray on the right. Going to try and get a distraction. These guys are so damned fast. And Queen's going to try and push back that Void Ray on the right side as well. Up to 4 bases behind this. So Rocker, he's got mass voids. He's got cannon battery. And, oh, he's a little supply blocked right now at 117. The thing is, I wonder where he goes from here. Because Ukko hasn't really shown a path. Ukko's going air armor upgrades. Which tells me he's thinking about getting Corruptors ready. Like he wants to have +2 armor Corruptors to tank the interceptors and shoot down the carriers. But there's no carrier transition on the way yet. So both players, I think, are kind of waiting for the other player to show their hand, and then they want to commit past this, like, mid-tier tech. Another Queen goes down. Ukko's losing so many Queens, but Void Rays are much more expensive than Queens, so even just losing 1 Void Ray for 1 Queen, it's not very good. Gets another Void Ray, another Hydra or 2, but a lot of those Void Rays weak. So 3 Void Rays for 10 Queens and 5 Hydras. Obviously, amazing trades, cost for cost. But the 4th base, fully saturated. The 5th base is on the way. The 1-1 upgrade's coming in. Ukko's still massing Queens right now. Queens are like an early game unit, guys. Queens are an early mid-game unit. They're good for defending harass. They're good for injecting. They're not really something you want in your army unless you're planning to... Well, he's getting Microbial Shroud. Unless you're planning to play that Infestor Queen late game. And I mean, they do tank pretty well, right? And they've got long anti-air range. They can work, but oh no. He's just not seen this. The Void Rays come in from the right side. He spots it a little bit late. That's a dead hatch. There's no way. Look at the damage output. Oh my god. A hatchery just disappears and a queen. This is the most annoying thing about Speed Void Rays. You got to just keep putting like Zergling spotters out of the map. You got to see them coming. He just popped like 5 Hydras just like that. The Hydras have 1/1, but the Void Rays have +2. Hives on the way. More hatcheries, more queens, more drones. I mean, does Ukko really care? Of course, his name's showing up as Logic here, guys, but this is Ukko. It's Ukko and Rocker. Those are their main aliases. They, like I said, if you guys run into, let's try and list some of these guys' Smurfs. Rocker has a bunch, like they're usually just different spellings of Rocker, right? He just rearranges the letters a little bit, or misspells it slightly or whatever. Ukko, though, I'm telling you guys, if you play someone called 13, 14, 17, 6, 3, 7, literally just anyone whose name is just a number but spelt out, that's probably Ukko if they're a Grandmaster Zerg player in North America. I've asked him, and he's always like, yo, it's kind of a long story, man. And I'm like, what? Why is it such a long story? He's like, there's a whole thing. And I'm like, why do you have 20 different accounts with different numbers as your names? He's like, well, it'd take me a while to explain, Pig. I promise one day I'm actually going to have to sit down and say, please explain. I need to know. Like, what's going on? I know there's a lot of players on the ladder who they like to kind of just hop between accounts. So they can have like one account that's their main, that they put a lot of focus on playing their best. And then they have all their other accounts where they go, oh, it's a fuck around account. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, oh, I get that. That does make sense. It's just when people have like 23, 24 accounts, I'm like, how do you even keep track of more than 2 or 3 accounts? Like, what? I don't understand, man. I do not understand. I'm a bit of a normie, though, who only played his first unranked game ever just the other week. I think 2 weeks ago. I've decided, rather than throwing my first match of the day, because you're often really bad, your warm-up game each day, right? You're just kind of getting warmed up. I was like, you know what? Let's actually do that on unranked rather than losing 50 MMR. I've been grinding my road to 6k MMR with Terran, which is incredibly hard because there's been MMR deflation in the last few years. So 6k MMR actually puts you in like top 8 on ladder on North America. But I've made it to 5.5. I think about 5.55 actually. Hit a bit of a nice little peak, hoping to get a bit further, but for now, let's talk about the game in front of us, shall we? Cannons, batteries, we got Storm, double upgrades for ground, and plasma shields, and +3 air attack. I mean, this is every single upgrade, right? And how many carries? 5 carries, 15 voids, and 9 high templar. Hard to push in, though. I mean, to be fair, though, Ukko's army sucks balls. 34 hydras, infest. I mean, I don't mind queen, infestor. That can work. But if you're using so many hydras, it's kind of dangerous because they're so fragile to Psystorm. So it feels like he needs to kind of trade that out. But he's got a great economy, 94 workers. So if you're playing the long game like Ukko is, that's kind of what you need to do, right? Build a big bank, and then maybe when you hit 4,000 minerals, build like 20 spores over here. And then build another 20 drones, and then build another 20 spores over here. And just keep doing that. So you drop down to 70 workers, 80 workers, replace those drones, spend them all, because obviously you lose a drone every time you build a structure. So as a Zerg, if you try to mass spores but you don't have like overly large economy, you actually end up cutting into your economy every spore crawler you build. So you build 10 spores, you're only on 60 workers. Bam, you're on 50 workers. Fungal catch! Fungal catch, he's got a recall. He's got a recall, he didn't recall in time. It's too late now, he's gonna lose every single Void Ray, dude. Storms to answer. Does scare him back, and actually, oh, Ukko, he should have tanked it, I think. I think it was worth killing those Void Rays. Still gets a lot of the Void Rays, up to 10 Void Rays killed. Very nice catch there. And remember, he's got Neuroparasite as well on these Infestors. A bunch of them there with full energy. We're just using the damage health bars. So, of course, the moment a High Templar or an Infestor hits full energy, you actually can't see. That doesn't mean 0 energy. That means it's 200 energy on those guys. Just trying to get rid of the visual clutter a little bit when I cast. 8 lurkers on the way. 8 lurkers, if they can run on top, burrow, kill the High Templar, Hydras with Microbial Shroud, Queens is going to be pretty fantastic. He's got 7 Queens right now. A few Ravagers run in. They take up 3 supplies. You don't really want those this late in the game. And it looks like this is going to become a big old late game battle. He's going to try and changeling block him. Ooh, he gets a fungal on the High Templar and the Void Rays, but the Lurkers, did they not have range? He forgot. Oh no, Lurker range just wasn't quite done yet. Oh, he doesn't have his Lurker upgrades, and he didn't have Talons either. So that looked like it should have been the perfect engage for Ukko. Lurkers run up Burrow, kill the High Templar, which are stuck by a fungal, and then you bring in the rest of the army. Problem, didn't have adaptive Talons, so this is the upgrade that he's just started, which is movement speed and burrow speed massively increased for Lurkers, and he also didn't have range, so the Lurkers only had 8 range rather than 10 range. Now he's got the 10 range upgrade, it just kicked in. Adaptive Talons will be done in about 30 seconds. So the next time around, Rocker's going to have to be really careful, because Rocker right now, it feels like his plan is to just wait for Ukko to get impatient and take a bad fight. And that absolutely could happen. I think we've all, if you've played Zerg versus Protoss in late game, we've all taken bad fights before, even when our opponent didn't have the most perfect army. Ooh, gotta watch out for the High Templar flank. The Lurker from behind, not quite able to do it, dude. Oh, he's got to get rid of those High Templar. The Microbial Shroud, that big orange cloud stops a lot of the anti-air damage, but oh, dude, this is still just savage. There's just too much Protoss. And this is a terrible fight for Ukko, who he's going to try and run these units away, but the Infestors are getting popped. There's Observers right there. And one Infestor's inside the main. Another Infestor's going to waddle into the base. The Overseers are trying to get home right now. But you know what? These Infestors actually could pop up and do fungal harass on the probes. And that would be the best target. If he comes down here, pops up, fungals those workers, that would be so sick. Most of the Overseers do go down on the way home. I'm not sure if Ukko even knows about those units being there. Is he 45 Corruptors? He's building 45 Corruptors. I guess it makes sense. There's no Archons. Rocker's not replaced his High Templar, right? Rocker, where are your High Templar, mate? He lost his High Templar in that fight. He's like, yeah, I don't need him. It's like, dude, these Corruptors are going to wipe him. Ukko just took a horrendous fight, but now he's going to wipe this whole army. Rocker, what are you doing with such a trash army? He didn't rebuild the Ark on High Templar to deal with the Corruptors. Half the Void Rays aren't even fighting. Ukko's going to pick off the carriers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Dude, these Corruptors have massive armor upgrades. They take so little damage. And yeah, you might not have the attack upgrades. You don't really need them, dude. It's the armor versus the Interceptors 2 attacks. It's huge. Cleans up this entire army. That unit's loss tab was literally 2-1 in Protoss favor. Now, it's almost even. But the Zealot remax, Ukko's got nothing but Corruptors which can't attack ground. He comes over, unzips his fly. He pisses on 20 buildings simultaneously, forces a mass cancel. The Hydras are rallying to their death here. Oh shit. You know, I think Ukko is one of those guys who doesn't use control groups, maybe? I'm trying to remember here. But his units are trying to get on over there. He's trying to gather the Hydras together. Hydras are really bad versus Zealots, and unless you have enough of them, or you have some Banelings or Roaches or something. But that's good. The Spine and the Queen do tank. It looks like he'll defend this base for now. But, dude, even more Zealots coming in. He's going to need more Hydras. He's trying to go Great Aspire, of course. So just in case Rocker swaps into full ground, he can make Broodlords. Otherwise, you've just got this massive fleet of deadweight. And, dude, he's taking some big economic damage. So Rocker's swapping his Zealots, making a lot of sense here. I think this makes a lot of sense. It's just a shame he lost that entire air army. But the Zealots are going to get one base in the bottom right, another base here. They've killed about 20 workers, cutting into the bank of Ukko in a big way. And he's got more. He's not done. He's not done, guys. He's got 13 gates. He's got +2 attack, +3 plasma shields. He's adding +3 attack and ground armor on the way as well. And he's going to do another Zealot. Oh my god, he might go Zealot Archon on the right side as well. What is there to defend this? A couple of Lurkers, a couple of Hydras? I feel like, yeah. Oh, especially if Rocker could get rid of the creep, it would be huge. That's one of his weaknesses right now, not getting rid of the creep. His strengths, though, he's taking so many bases here on Glittering Ashes, which is, of course, one of our new maps. By the way, guys, have you noticed there's gold minerals everywhere on this map? It's like a little mining plant where they're harvesting gold minerals. And you know what? There's no gold bases! There's no gold bases on the map, which is kind of insane when you think about it. Looks like the critter there did get caught by the Lurker Splash, sadly. There's these little lava bugs all over this map. The Lurker push will start to break these cannons. Battery overcharge, and cannons can hold on for a little bit. He's going to try and just shove on top. Ukko getting impatient. Oh, he unzips his fly again. Oh, he says, taste my caustic spray, you dirty Protoss player. Meanwhile, Counterattack from Rocker. Tempest, Archon, High Templar down the south side of the map. Lots of probes going down there as well. Okay, all right, so Ukko's got a lot of Lurker Corruptor. Oh, he's going to find some Stargates. That's a lot of High Templar. If he can kill those, that would be huge. Drones getting killed by the units on the other side. These High Templar don't have Storm Energy yet, guys. They're all on about 70 energy. If they get a few more seconds, they'll get Storm Energy. They could slowly storm those Lurkers down. Meanwhile, Rocker is going to cannon rush this hatchery, apparently. What the heck? Storm landing on the Corruptors in a big way. Those Corruptors cannot fly over the Archon High Templar or they will get ruined. Where'd the High Templar go, guys? They pulled back to the right. Rocker giving up this base, but losing his probes, leaving them to be abandoned. More cannons being taken on the right. Rocker's just going to rebuild there. But Rocker's lost a lot of workers and he's not rebuilding them. That being said, Ukko's lost a lot of economy as well. He's trying to look for pickoffs with the Corruptors, but without Vipers to abduct. And with that one High Templar, those Archons, it's going to be scary. Oh! Tempests left unattended. They get snapped. Lurker's coming in. No +3 ground attack upgrade for you. He's got that Overseer there, which is super crucial. There's nothing that shoots up here. Rocker's trying to get some Voids out. Dude, if he had even a handful of Void Rays, they could clean up this entire army. But no, the Corruptors are there. Never mind. So even if those Void Rays turn to fight now, that is not going to be enough. He's going to lose his entire main. He knows he's got to do more damage. He attacks in. He catches a rally of drones. 4 Ultras are on the way right now. Another Space Cow nest is building because he knows this one's going to go down. So Ukko has rebuilt an Ultra Cavern. And I think he's got so many Corruptors, he's not even bothering rebuilding the anti-air attack. Because Ukko's like, I have more anti-air than I can ever even really use. Let's just, take it out as it goes. And he's got the Overseer Corruptor. There's not that many observers out. +3 melee is going to kick in. Okay, Void Rays. Oh no, they get lured out. This is really bad for Rocker. Ukko, I said he's got the multitasking, guys. Rocker has the dirty strats. He has the big brain, the flexibility. Oh, but Ukko's not watching. His Corruptors are getting stormed to death. Oh my god. From 45 down to 19 Corruptors over the last few minutes of this game. The Ultras are going to start to clear it out, but both sides trading their main bases. He's rebuilt his Ultra Cavern. He hasn't rebuilt any other tech. Spawning pool does go down there. Okay. There's so much cannon battery and High Templar, though. Surely, I think Rocker must win this game. Especially if he can just storm these Lurkers little bit by little bit. Yeah, they regenerate, but very slowly. So the Archon High Templar, or is it just too many Ultras? He should be storming these Ultras. He's got to start storming them. I know it doesn't do a lot, 80 damage per storm over 4 seconds, but Ultras, I mean, they got 500 hit points at max. I mean, that's a lot, but eventually the storm will wear through. He's got to morph Archons. Oh my god, a lot of High Templar are going down. He's got to do more storms. Dude, the Ultra Lurker is just so tanky. If there was a few Immortals in here, it would change everything. Rocker, a few more nice storms coming down. The Lurker's taking big storm hits, but a lot of the High Templar going down. The Archon's almost completely gone. And the Ultra Lurker is actually going to crack through this base. And that means there's only these 2 bases left. This is a full-on base trade. Players need to start running workers right now. If neither player gets their workers out of there, this could turn south really, really fast. In terms of production, there's gateways. It looks like he's just warping in Zealots because I don't think he can build anything else right now. And notice Ukko's being a little cautious. He's using that range of the Lurkers to outrange. He doesn't want to throw any units away. Every unit is sacred in this scenario. And getting ready for a recall is Rocker thinking about it. But I think he's realized, hey, this army can't actually deal with those Lurkers. I need to just keep running away. I need to keep backing away. He's got... If he can get rid of the Corruptors with Storm Archon, Void Rays will win the day. They'll clear everything on the ground. But right now, 1 Infestor, bunch of Corruptors, very powerful. Rocker's got this base mining. He's got some more batteries up there. Ukko has not run drones, has he? Okay, Ukko's got drones. He's got to rebuild. He's got an extractor here. This hatchery... Okay, he built a hatchery here. So he's got a hatchery and an extractor. And he's got how many drones? 4, and they're all running... Why are they running up there? Oh no, you gotta keep him safe, dude. His army's in the top left. Okay, Lurker's still slowly sieging this down, little bit by little bit. He's got to inch these Lurkers over, guys. Rocker has so much money, but he's massively supply blocked. He should put down a forge and try to just mass cannons. He's just got to make an unbreakable position, right? And if you got your Void Rays, your Archons, your Stormy Boy hanging out and defending, then that would be huge. Cannons get depowered there. Oh, look at that good micro by Ukko. He still takes a few hits. But as I said, Lurkers will slowly regenerate given enough time. The Overlords are still alive for Ukko. This is the one big advantage that Zerg has in base trades, is that their depots, their pylons can fly. So you can just put them out in the dead space, and often they survive a base trade, right? Terran can lift their production, their command centers, big advantage. Protoss has recall, massive advantage in certain situations. But in this situation where he wasn't able to recall, didn't choose to recall, you can see that he's kind of like, oh man, he's trying to rebuild up there. He's still got a very scary army. Ooh, he's gonna pop a hatch. Ooh, oh my god, he didn't even cancel it. I mean, Ukko, they both have a lot of money. Fungal goes down. Okay, so what's so fascinating about this game now, guys, is they've both got money. Rocker has so many more probes. His army can't beat Ukko's, though. Ukko's army wins a frontal fight. Lurkers will shred this ground army. Problem for Ukko, his Lurkers are like a siege unit. They're very immobile. Oh, he does find the base with Zerg. See, this is clever. Just split a few mobile units off. If he could fly maybe some of his Corruptors away to go peon buildings, it would be nice, but he doesn't want to die to the Void Rays at the same time. The probes are going to try and fight with the help of shield batteries, but these are +3 armor upgrade Zerglings. 3/3 Adrenal Zerglings, and I'll tell you what, guys, 3/3 Adrenal Zerglings do not care about probe damage. The probes are doing 2 damage a hit, which means it takes 18 probe attacks to kill a single Zergling, and probes do not attack very fast. Now, Ukko keeps building hatcheries in the middle of nowhere. Why doesn't he rebuild a base? He's actually got his... Oh, no, guys! Oh, I forgot. I told you guys at the start of this. Ukko has Raynor's mechanics, but he has the brain of a sea slug. I love Ukko. He's such a lovely guy, but let's be real. Why is he... I get he's building hatcheries to not get eliminated, but he's just killed all of his 4 drones. His advantage here is he could be rebuilding this whole time, guys. He could actually be rebuilding, right? He could be pumping drones out. There we go. He just popped 2 drones, and he could rebuild. Whereas Rocker can't. Rocker needs to build like 15 pylons before he can start rebuilding things. I'm exaggerating. It's like 4 or 5 pylons now, but still. Oh, and Ukko doesn't know about this base, does he? Oh, he does. He's forced the army back there. He's still got some Zerglings alive. He should be cleaning up anything he can. That Archon out on the map, as well as this probe. Rocker wants to get that Archon home. Doesn't want to lose that. But it's the fact that there's still 13 probes left. So 13 versus 3, big advantage. However, hatchery plus hatchery finishing on an actual base that can be mined from. Way more production. And he doesn't need to build the pylons. So lots of cannons go down for Rocker. Rocker is going to try to very slowly build back up. I think Rocker should also be trying to get an extra base, because it seems like they can both defend, but they can't attack, right? I mean, now that Rocker's got the cannons up, I think he's going to keep roaming with this army, looking to harass, see if he can find angles to pick things off. And if he could sneak some more bases up behind it, this could be a victory for Rocker. On the other hand, that drone count up to 5, when you go from 0 to 5, that is literally just infinite economic growth going on right now for the Zerg. Corruptor Lurker at home. He split his Space Cow Zergling across the map. I think it's too many cannons, though. Oh, big fungal. Oh, big fungal. Oh, he misses the Archon. He could have killed that Archon. And he can't really chase the army down because he will eat big Psy Storms. Zerglings run in. They see the cannons. That's not going to do too well. I love these little orange critters, by the way. These little lava bugs. Little lava scarab beetle. Uh-oh. Oh, Void Rays are fast, man. Okay, he's gonna do a lot of damage to these Ultras, maybe even kill one. But the Lurkers are pushing it on the other side. He realizes Ukko's like, okay, you killed my Ultras. That's really bad. You know what's really bad for you, though? My Lurkers are about to kill all of your cannons. I'm gonna push in on this base, and if I get on top of that Nexus, you are screwed. And how do you ever break that choke point? I mean, you can storm. You kind of almost want to let him clump up a bit more. Rocker with the Stormy flank, boy. It's a decent storm. It's not going to absolutely break the game, is it? Oh, I think Ukko could actually push there and win. But he's a little worried being clumped up on a ramp like that and letting Rocker pick how the fight starts. He doesn't realize how small the force is. Meanwhile, I guess these 2 hatcheries are still just macro hatches. He's taking that base. He's going to take this base over here. But he pulls back and gives it up. Oh, no. Worried about the base trade is Ukko. He's got to cancel. He throws a fungal. Bit of a panic fungal there. He keeps throwing it in front of the army. You can see Ukko's a bit intimidated. I think he's been a victim of Rocker before, so he throws the fungal on the ground in front like, please don't attack me. And now he starts expanding to the center of the map, taking that hatchery. Okay, very nice. Burrowed Zergling is blocking the Nexus, forcing Rocker to actually build a cannon before he can take it for detection. Or he could just use the observers, but he's going to wait for the cannon, I guess. Cybercore's on the way. 4 gateways. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's all an economic battle. Whoever can regrow to a proper position first, economically, is going to win this game. For some reason, a Baneling Nest is coming down for Ukko. Why a Baneling Nest? Is it just to roll Banelings into bases? I think he's just thinking, oh, let's make Ling Bane and try to roll into the economy. I mean, that works, right? He's like, I got 17 drones. That's all I need. Let's go. 17 drones, not a very large economy. One more round of drones would make a big difference there, of course, as he's only on 11 on minerals, 6 on gas. Now, got the lurkers defending that base up there. This macro hatch, unfortunately, Queen pops out as the army arrives. Terrible timing for her. Okay. Look at this positioning for Rocker. He's going to rotate around. The Ling's thinking about rolling into this mineral iron. There are 2 cannons spread, though. Different pylons powering them as well, I believe. So I think you need Bane speed before you can do anything else. And that being said, he finds another hatchery, but you got to be careful. Archons go down really quickly to lurkers. The Corruptors, they were looking for the Void Rays. They didn't know about the Archons, had to back off. More Lings and Banes building. Neither side super focused on their economy. They're still looking for the right engagements. So Rocker's like, okay, I'm making a Twilight Council now. Look at that. Oh, High Templar. High Templar. Oh, dodge the lurker shots. Oh no, he's going to lose his High Templar. That is massive. Yeah, he clips all the Corruptors for 40, 50 damage. Clips a few lurkers. They'll all regen. Unless there's a fight right now, that means you just lost your only High Templar. Oh, he's going to rebuild the Templar Archives. But he's taking a base that doesn't have that many minerals either over here. Now, Ukko is still not rebuilding his economy. These... Wasn't there? I remember I cast a game, or was it I played a game against Ukko where this happened, where he just doesn't rebuild his economy after a base trade. Oh, he's going to kill the observers. He's going to kill the observers. Okay. Oh, there's no detection, but he's going to kill the drones. Ukko has such a small economy. Oh, but he burrows the drones to hide them. He's going to kill the Overseer. Watch out. Oh my god, the Corruptors just took a big Archon splashy. They do get a Void Ray though, and oh, the drones get out. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Archons, super afraid of the Lurkers. Corruptors, super afraid of the Archons. Void Rays are very good versus Corruptors in small numbers. Because they're so outnumbered, they're more trying to kill the Lurkers. And Baneling's rolled in. Oh, dude, he just killed some probes there. I don't know how many. Rocker's down to 10 probes. So he cleared a cannon, killed some probes. He burrows the Banelings just to be a pain in the ass, which means another cannon will have to go down in order to get rid of those. Oh, this is such a nightmare now for Rocker. That being said, Ukko's economy also got scrapped. He's down to just 16 workers. He's trying to remake a Lurker Den right now. Guys, these guys have both been 6k MMR before on the NA ladder. And I just want you both to note, maybe not so much for Rocker because he was a bit more handicapped, but I've got to say, Ukko shares some similarities with Florencio and his opponents, right? The game gets messy, but you can't kill each other. You can't really find much damage. And it's like, okay, so clearly whoever can rebuild their economy first wins, right? And it's like, no, 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 no. I need to go for my 17 drone lurker Baneling transition. I'm like, wait, what? What are we doing right now? The Banelings unburrowed. They just killed like five more workers, something like that. Yeah, up to 106. 6 more probes just went down. Well, that was super cute. And let's be real. It's because these guys, despite being super highly ranked players, they've got a bit of that Florencio in them. They want to win in the coolest way possible, I think. I'm not sure it's so much about winning as much as it is about doing it in a way that triggers your opponent. That really does feel when I watch this that that's what they want to do. 22 workers for Zerg, 17 for Protoss. Now, if you think about this map, guys, that base is actually surprisingly fresh in terms of minerals. How are their naturals got so many minerals still on them? Did they base trade that early in the game? Was it that fast? Maybe it was. Either way, this bottom right corner, 1, 2, 3, super fresh bases. So this bottom right corner, if either player was able to rebuild there, they would have so many minerals available. This base has a fair bit, a little bit there. But yeah, I mean, this is a very fresh base. This base is running out, though. And this base, of course, is going to start running out as well. Rocker has added mass High Templar back into his army, guys. He's got 2-1-1 upgrades. So the Archons, of course, very, very tanky. And so much Storm, which can kind of deal with anything. Storm doesn't hard counter lurkers, but if you can catch him before he's sieged, intercept him out here, you can just drop storms. Every time he's moving onto you, you're going to land big storms on his army. But if you let him siege on top of your base, oh no, Rocker's moving out. 2 ships crossing in the friggin' night once again. They both cross paths. They don't even realize they went right past each other. And down opposite sides of the map. Oh, dude. Oh my god, the Lurkers just killed so many probes. He got it up to another 9 probes go down, but he's going to lose all of his tech. Both sides are going to lose everything. Probes already running. Rocker is going to base trade. Drones evacuating as well. Both sides. Remember, High Templar, not good at killing buildings. Lurkers are pretty fast at killing buildings. Look at how much damage they do. So you can see their spines just splashing through, hitting multiple structures. So they base trade very quickly. And because of this, it does feel like the Archon High Templar is dragging behind a bit. The Zealots are very good at it. Attempting to storm those drones. Not gonna do it though. Gonna save that energy for the actual fight to come. And Logic, aka Ukko, sorry, has way more. Ukko has way more workers right now. But nowhere to mine from. Does it matter? Army supply is almost identical. He's still got that 1 hero infester. 12 High Templar, man. And High Templar gathering energy. I actually think I prefer Rocker's situation. I thought Ukko was in a winning spot. Does kill all that tech. And Rocker's gonna go up and take the natural here. He's got a pylon there, pylon there. Doesn't have any probes out on the map. Oh, this is really dangerous for Rocker. Because if this Nexus gets caught, these probes are all trapped in the main. And he can't recall right now. So the moment that finishes, he's got to have that ready to recall potentially. I'm going to take a hatch with only 2 mineral patch. 195 minerals is all that's here. I don't know if you want to take that base, Ukko. I think Ukko is worried about getting eliminated. But once again, in the crisis management situation, I think Rocker picks way better bases to rebuild on, whereas Ukko keeps picking these trash bases just to survive his army, though. Can't be attacking into that, mate. Storm has decent range with Splash, but you're going to cop spines each time you actually hit them, so... Rocker's got to be careful. Yeah, you want to kind of move side on. You don't want to do it like that. No. So the way you got to do it is you got to kind of move side on, but you can't do it into a battle line like that. You have to come from this side where you're only getting hit by 1 or 2 lurkers. But, oh, you see there, he takes a big hit. Does get rid of one of the lurkers, but remember, he's already lost 1 High Templar. There we go. That's better. Only takes a little bit of hit point damage. And, oh, bit deep. Okay, does get another big storm. And like I said, dude, guys, the High Templar, he can just do this for days. Oh, the fungal does kill that one. So fungal punish. He's going to try and intercept it again. Feedback! But he loses the High Templar. A lurker goes down. Does he have enough storms to actually do this, though? Like, can he actually break through is the question. He's got to be careful. I feel like for Ukko here, you got to spread your... If you just spread your lurkers out, you're going to regen faster than he can kill you. But he's got to be pulling back individual lurkers. Notice he's microing his Corruptors right now. He shouldn't be clumping up. So he should be pulling back lurkers one at a time. And I guess he doesn't want to lose the ground because he doesn't want to lose the hatchery. So that kind of makes sense. Another lurker goes down. Another big storm. There we go. That's, yeah, keep dodging. Oh my god, he's going to lose that overseer. Okay, no. Another lurker though. Guys, he's down to just 9 lurkers. There's still 8 High Templar alive. Okay, this is, I think it was like 12-12 before. So it seems like the lurkers have traded a little better, but they're also bruised. There's no infester energy left. He misses that storm. And there we go. Does get another storm. That one didn't quite hit the lurker. It did hit the overseer though. Another. Yes. He's trying to just guess where they are a little bit. Ooh, he gets another lurker and an overseer. All the minerals have been mined from that base. Ukko taking another base. Time to give up ground, I think. Nexus is rebuilt, but he's not mining right now. Remember, Rocker did not keep his shit alive. Watch out. Oh, he's trying to catch the Archon there. High Templar does go down. The other 2 morphed into an Archon successfully. And you know what? With the Observer, I think he can do it! Rocker's gonna break him! Rocker's going for it! He's just gonna jump on top, but the Archons are kind of stuck behind each other. But he kills it! He breaks him! Oh my god, Rocker just breaking him down with Storm? People say High Templar is bad versus Lurkers. Apparently not if you have 12 of them, and you can just pick them off 1 storm at a time from out of range. Oh my god, he's actually done it, dude. He's actually done it. So Rocker does break in, dude. 39 minutes into this game. He's going to kill the last couple of drones. There's a hatchery up there and a few more drones. And he's going to go for the... You got to rebuild. He's got to rebuild. Rebuild an assimilator. If he doesn't rebuild an assimilator or a pylon, he doesn't have money. Rocker doesn't have money. This is his last building. Wait, it's not his last building. That's his last building. That's his last building. No. I thought he won. He gets eliminated. No, you're kidding me. Oh my god, let's rewind that last little bit. So he breaks through, and Ukko's like, well, these are my last drones. I can afford one hatchery, and then I can maybe build a few extractors around to just... Because remember, the win condition in StarCraft is when you eliminate all the opponent's buildings. We very rarely see it, because normally someone's like, can't win from here. I'll GG, I'll leave the game. But look at that, he pisses the building down, and there's just no money. If Rocker had told these probes to mine minerals, this base was finished for a few minutes while he was doing that siege. He could have put down some more pylons, some assimilators. Oh my god. And that is the sort of beautiful match you guys should look forward to in the future, guys. So keep your eyes out, not just for Rocker or Ukko, but a bunch of these other new names that you're going to hopefully get acclimated with soon as we see a whole bunch of the weirdos, the outsiders of the StarCraft scene play some strange.